Call it Pop Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Short. Hey, I don't know what to do.
Hey, this is Desiree. I was calling to let you know, hun, get your MRI report. And based off of the MRI report of the left knee, he said that he would consider or suggest a cortisone injection. He said if you would like to get that done on the left knee, if that's something you want to move forward with, he can go ahead and start the authorization. Did you want to go ahead and move forward with that? Okay. Awesome. Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to follow up with you. I still had the encounter in here, so that's why I just wanted to still make sure I call you and tell you everything. Yes, ma'am. So it's probably already started for you, and we'll update you once we get more information on the authorization, okay? All right. You have a... So this will just be the one that he does in the office. Okay? All right. We'll see you then. You're welcome. Have a good one. Bye. So we always update the patients on MRI readings. This is kind of example of an MRI. That's an MRI. But this is just the report. They actually have the disc as well too. So since it's pain management, he'll read over the report and then suggest what's best. So this is how we do it, y'all. I put everything in on this computer. And then here I come. The tellies are on here. I don't want y'all seeing the patient. What's up, YouTube? It's Desi, and I'm back with another video, you guys. And this video is as far as for medical assistant. So basically, I haven't did a video as far as for medical assistant in a while. I figured a lot of people want to know information as far as for is medical assistant worth it as far as for the COVID-19 and everything going on. So there has been like a lot of changes and everything as far as for medical assistant. When I mean as in that, if you guys notice, they have been giving out a lot of minimum wage. I'm sorry, you guys, if you guys can see like that sunshine spot, is just the lightning from right here, but so basically I've been getting like a lot of videos as far as for should you continue with medical assistant, is it worth it? So basically currently right now with COVID-19, they're basically hiring a lot of CNAs more than medical assistants. I would feel like they're actually doing sign-on bonuses as far as for CNAs as well too. So if you're currently a CNA and you have like a lot of hospitals located in your area, I would definitely say apply for it. They have been doing a lot of bonus, and the reason why I feel like with CNAs is because CNAs are working with a lot of senior citizens, and I feel like senior citizens are a lot more at risk with this situation as far as for COVID. Now, basically everybody's at risk, but if you're looking at it, it's affecting the more senior citizens more than anything. Now, don't get me wrong, they are still hiring as far as for medical assistant. I was able to look on Indeed as far as for seeing like the top jobs that they have right now, and pretty much the average minimum wage here in Florida is about $16 to $18 an hour. Now, medical assistant, it has its pros and cons. Me personally, I'm a medical assistant as far as for pain management. I had already had my experience with OBGYN and family practice, and I also had my experience as far as for phlebotomy. But however, I just feel like it's just a lot going on as far as for medical assistant. Like, you just never know as far as for, I don't know, you guys. I just feel like it's really risky with this COVID-19 going on, and you kind of got to protect your own self. Now, a lot of businesses have opened up fully. Us personally, we're still doing telehealth as far as for the patients, and as far as for other specialties, I'm unsure as far as for what they're doing, because most people, they have opened up fully. Us personally, we're still just kind of doing telemedicine, but the only people that's able to come into the office is new patients. So as far as for the duties, what do I do for a medical assistant? With pain management is the basics. Like, so it has changed since the COVID-19. So basically, I'm talking to a patient through a camera. I'm basically talking to them through their laptops, tablets, whatever device they would like to use. And the only time they'll come in the office is if they have like a serious situation where they want the doctor to kind of evaluate them or whatnot. But in the meantime, I basically go over the same thing. I go over the current medications. Some of them will be prescribed on Percocet, buprenorphine, Robaxin, so a lot of muscle relaxers. It all just depends. A lot of nerve medication like gabapentin or anything like that. I'll go over all the medications, and sometimes it's not just medications that the pain management doctor prescribed. It's also other list of medications. So some people have like vitamin C on there and vitamin D and stuff like that, supplements and stuff. So I'll go over that. And then I'll go over the vital signs, and I'll ask, like, were you able to get your blood pressure taken anytime? Because some people, they have where the machine is at the house for them. So I'll make sure that I ask that as well too. Some people actually take the blood pressure. Some people, it's literally been like almost like a year of us doing this telehealth, and a lot of people either, one, don't know how to still log in, two, still don't have a blood pressure cuff, so this whole entire year haven't really taken their blood pressure. So it's like stuff like that. Then the last thing I'll ask is, how's your pain after taking the pain medication when it's working for you, out of 1 through 10? 10 is excruciating pain. Number 1 meaning as in you don't have as much pain. Now, we do get different answers, but for the most part, we try to keep it around 5 to 6 as far as for their pain level. Now, as far as for payment wise, I feel like now my doctor, he hasn't really given me a raise since this COVID-19, which I do feel like kind of sucks. So that's why I'm just kind of like making sure I keep myself and my options a lot more open. But it's not just due to the doctor. Really, pain management itself, it's a good and chilled specialty. But since COVID-19, there's a lot of patients who have been dying and stuff due to the opiate medication, and it's just a lot of drug addicts here, you guys. It reminds me so much of working at a plasma center sometimes, because you got to understand, a lot of people are going to always be in pain, but the type of medication that he prescribes, it's like they're so gone hold on it, where it's like they have a lot of withdrawals. And you know, we get calls all the time saying, oh, you know, the patient didn't wake up this morning, so you know, they had to put her to rest, or stuff like that, or she was just in so much pain that they just pulled the plug, you know, just stuff like that. It's just, I get tired of hearing stuff like that, and I'm not gonna lie, pain management is very stressful. I just feel like, you know, since the COVID, it actually kind of got worse. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my experience I get here, but with pain management, it's just pretty sad just having to come to the job all the time just to keep hearing people problems, or keep hearing more stories about, you know, how they want to change the medication, or half of the time, half of these patients are being sneaky with the medication. It just sucks. The best specialty I ever worked at was OBGYN. So really this summer, I'm going to try my hardest to try to apply for another OBGYN site. I just feel like, you know, pain management is something to kind of get my experience with, but ever since COVID-19, it kind of pushed me away as far as for the specialty. Now, I don't downfall anybody. Now, currently, the amount of money I'm making from the pain management doctor is doable, but I would expect more, a little bit more, because it's a lot more work that we're doing since the COVID. Like, even though we're talking to patients telehealth, it's like I still have to wipe down every counter, even when they come in, because we still have new patients that come in as well too. So those are the type of things that I look at. But if you guys are looking to become a medical assistant, I would definitely say go for it now. COVID-19 right now is the best way to go ahead and start getting with a medical assistant, because that's the best way to start getting your experience too. They're hiring nonstop. Even if you go to school for medical assistant, as long as you have the credentials just like a CNA, they will still hire you for a CNA. But me personally, I just want to stay with the medical assistant field. I really don't want to keep dealing with elderly patients. That's why I want to go to OBGYN, and I don't want to deal with kids. Don't get me wrong, pediatric is one of the lists that I want to try, but when working with kids, that's an easier way to get sick. So yeah, and if you guys are looking for other specialties to work out for, check down the links down below, and I'll be sure to you guys will be able to see the other videos that I have where I write like the 10 best specialties to work for medical assistant, or the 5 worst to work for medical assistant, those type of videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and y'all stay safe. Peace, y'all.